Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Wine Wisdom. Today's topic is terroir, which is a French term which is generally meant to mean sense of place. So when it comes to wine, sense of place is broken down into four primary categories. That is the impact of the climate, the soil, the terrain, and the tradition that makes that bottle of wine very reflective of the area it was grown. That's something we take great pride in here at Parallel 44. And in fact, we do have a specific wine region that's been identified by the federal government, and that is referred to as the Wisconsin Ledge. And this map here depicts its boundaries, or generally where it is. If you think of Wisconsin as a hand, think of the thumb of the hand as the primary region of the Wisconsin Ledge. And it's marked by the Niagara Escarpment that runs down the middle of this specific region, and you can see it arcs all the way up through Canada. So it's the same landmass, and the impact of Lake Michigan has a lot to do with why this is a specific wine appellation. In specific to our site here, I just wanted to point out a few things. Regarding the climate, we are a relatively cool climate, evidenced by this chart here showing that we have 2,351 growing degree days. Very comparable to that of Bordeaux and Tuscany. And our precipitation is almost identical with them, with 33 inches of rain here per year, almost that of France and Italy. And the amount of daylight that we get in the latter part of the season is identical with them because we are at the same geographic or parallel as both Bordeaux and Tuscany. In terms of the soil, well, our soil here is a gravelly, loamy soil, which is ideal for grape growing. That has a huge impact on the flavors of our wine. In terms of our topography or terrain, it is a rolling landmass that is with the backbone of the Wisconsin Ledge at its core. That is another contributing factor as to why the wines of this area are doing quite well. And finally, the tradition aspect, that has to do with something that we're developing here in the Wisconsin Ledge. And that references the winemaker's decisions of the wine that's being grown here, from how we tend to the vines to how we make the wine. And also is going to incorporate the flavors and expressions that the consumers of this area find appealing. And we will find that our wines will start drifting towards the palate preferences of people of this area. So it's kind of a neat concept of how nature and humanity is developing a style that's really specifically unique to this part of the world. We can go on more and more about the details of this, but the general thing to think about is if you ask a winemaker in Bordeaux what they're doing, and they're going to say, we don't make Merlot and Cabernet in Bordeaux. They're going to say, we make a Bordeaux wine that just happens to be made from Cabernet and Merlot. So the same thing could be said here on the Wisconsin Ledge. For instance, the sparkler here. Some might say, well, this is a Frontenac wine that's grown in northeast Wisconsin. Eventually, I think we will start talking about this is a Wisconsin Ledge wine that just happens to be made from Frontenac that I'm sitting next to. So, in the end, really what it comes down to is just connecting to the land, building the tradition of this region, and enjoying the wine and that connection that you have with it. So until next time, cheers.